It's Ryan here at Digital Plumber. Hope you're doing well. Hey, we wanted to come at you with another video today. We had a really great conversation with one of our clients last week, and the conversation got going. This guy's got a growing company, right? He's under 10 trucks right now. He's on pace to have 10 trucks probably within the next 12 months. And we're talking about the difference between a small shop and a large shop. One of the things that came out of it was this idea of what large shops do, what they know that sets them apart, which lets them perform better than small shops. So for you, if you're an HVAC company, if you're a plumbing company, if you're an electrical company, there's some insights here, especially if you're under 10 trucks, of some things that you can help put into practice to start doing what the big companies are doing without spending any more money, but it gets you drastically better results. So at Digital Plumber, we're not just trying to get like more activity and more exposure. We really want results, right? So what really sets a small company apart from a big company, I'm going to explain to you with a story, right? This is actually really common. So let's pretend that you know a company owner and they hire a receptionist or a secretary, right? It could be a doctor's office, it doesn't really matter. So you hire the secretary, and let's say this secretary is the best typist and keyboardist in the world. So if you need her to write up things or, hey, type some emails, she knocks it out of the park. But maybe like filing and cataloging and scheduling, maybe not your secretary's forte. What a lot of companies do, I'd probably say what most companies do, and this is especially true for smaller shops, is that what they try to say is, well, let's start sending our receptionist Mary to classes. Let's teach her how to catalog better. Let's teach her how to do scheduling and use this new payroll system. And they start sending her to training. So what happens is they spend thousands and thousands of dollars working with Mary to get better at cataloging and inventory and doing all these other tasks when she's really great at typing. The problem is, while that seems like it makes sense, the problem is all that money doesn't actually get you much. So if let's say she's a 9 on her keyboarding skills and her typing, but she's a 2 on her cataloging, all those classes might make her 2, a 3. It won't make her an 8. It won't make her at 7. It'll make her a 3. It might make her a 4. It'll just make her less bad at what she's not good at. Now, that's the reality that a lot of companies deal with. They find people who have strengths and weaknesses, and they try to throw a lot of money to try to make the weaknesses better. This is true for guys in your trucks, right? Maybe you have guys that are really good with replacing furnaces or replacing water tanks, or they're actually doing water lines, but they have other things that they don't do as well. And so you try to help them do those things better. A few years ago, there's a guy who came out and he wrote a series of books. His name is Marcus Buckingham. Now, everything I'm telling you now are things that the large companies do, that if you as a smaller shop understand the principles of it, will help transform how you manage and grow your business. And Marcus Buckingham actually was in the process of doing lots of research for Gallup polls, getting a lot of data, and realized that this is a problem that a lot of companies had. So he started developing this idea of what he calls strength-based management. Now, at the surface, it sounds really crazy. Strength-based management. The idea of it is really simple at one level. What you basically do is say, so if Mary is a good keyboardist, she can type, she can write emails, you let Mary type till her hands are blue. She types, she writes, she types, she writes. That's all Mary does. She lives in typing. The things that Mary isn't so great at, like the cataloging or the inventory or the scheduling, you give that weakness to somebody else who has that as their strength. So rather than you spending all this time and money trying to get Mary get just a little bit better at these things that she's not good at, spend that same time and money and give it to someone else who has inventory at a 9 or a 10, or scheduling at a 9 or a 10. even if that means outsourcing those skills, right? So even if that means outsourcing somebody answering your phone for you, if that if you can find somebody who's a 10 answering your phone for you, that is infinitely better than having somebody who is a 3 answering the phone for you. The money you will spend is actually greater for the person who's a 3 because you're spending this person for trainings and workshops and classes and Toastmasters. They'll never get to be a 9 or a 10. That just won't happen. The idea of strength-based is that you focus on people's strengths, whatever they are. So you say, instead of you showing people what you're not good at, you only focus on what they're great at. And you hide everything else by letting somebody else cover those strengths with their strengths. So there's a lot to this topic, but this is something that time and time again, the large companies deploy, right? They'll outsource mechanical work on the trucks. They'll outsource who answers the phones. They'll outsource their marketing. Guys, the big shops are not afraid to let people operate in their strengths. They're not going to let a plumber maintain the vehicle because a plumber's good at plumbing, not at being a mechanic. If you're a small shop, this should change how you think about things. There's actually a couple books if you like to read. There's 2 books that this guy has written. This guy's the first one, Now Discover Your Strengths. If you've never heard of the idea of strength-based management, start here with this guy. This lets you understand what you're good at, what you're not so good at, and starts getting you the tools and the skill set to be able to start taking those steps. Now, if I flip it around, this guy's go put your strengths to work. So this is actually starting to deploy those. This is how to build teams around those things that are strengths. So if you're a larger shop and you really want to take it from a 10 truck to a 50 truck operation, the inside in here is going to do that for you. It lets you put people who are good at things with other people who are good at things. And what happens is, as a team, as a unit, everyone's showing their best side. Nobody's showing a weakness because somebody else is covering for it. So, guys, chew on this. Again, I'm not endorsing these 2 books officially. Like, I don't get paid anything for showing you these books. These are just really good books with really good insights that big companies know. The big shops know this, and they put it into practice. If you start putting this into practice today, you will start seeing changes in your company that is night and day. So you can get these on Amazon. And look, I don't like reading books all the time. They're that thick. These are easy reads, and it's worth it for your company. This is the difference between a 3 truck shop and a 20 truck shop. It's the stuff that's in these books. So strength-based management, strength-based leadership, try to find your strengths in your teams. Try to find what they're not good at. And it's not wrong that they're not good at it. Just take those things that they're not good at and give it to someone else who can do it well. So hope you like this video. I'm curious to know your thoughts because there's a lot here. On the surface, it seems really simple, but if you start playing it forward, it's something that a lot of people don't do. A lot of the clients we talk to struggle with having these kind of people not doing their strengths and then just getting incrementally better. So we'd love to hear what you think. Does this idea make sense to you? Have you tried it? Do you think that there's better ideas to grow your teams? Whatever. So leave us a comment below. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We'd love to keep this conversation going. And guys, if there's anything else you want to talk to us, always feel free to reach out to us at digitalmarketingforplumbers.com. We always love to try to help companies put more things into practice that they can start growing their business. It's not just about marketing. It's not just about, hey, we're doing stuff on Facebook, we're doing stuff on AdWords. It's really, we want to help our companies start thinking about business at a greater level, at a better level, and help give them the skills, even the management skills, to start thinking about things at a higher level. So good seeing you guys. Hope this was helpful. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share. Follow us on Facebook if you don't already, and we'll talk to you next time. See you guys.